Winter is almost over. All of the ice and snow is starting to melt, but no one knows exactly when spring will arrive. Temperatures are mild one day and freezing the next. Mother Nature tries to fool us with nice weather, only to dump another blanket of snow. The weather is always changing, and it affects everything, from the smallest grapevine to the largest maple tree. Not to mention everyday people and their businesses.
It's been going on for several generations within this county, within this family, and we have been making syrup here on the farm for about 27 years.
Temperature is a main factor in producing sap. For one instance, if it's too cold, the tree trunk could split or crack, causing much damage. It's risky for anyone to have a business that relies on the weather because it's very unpredictable. They can only hope for the best.
We watch the weather all the time. The Farmer's Almanac sometimes can be our friend. No, it's too cold. It's been below freezing for the warming temperatures during the day. It's still below freezing, so it's a bit too cold. The trees don't want to get out of their winter slumber yet, so once they start to wake up and feel the warmth in the air, then they'll start to produce some sap for us. They are calling for temperatures to be above freezing this coming weekend on the 15th and 16th. So if we have freezing during the evening and then thawing temperatures during the day, we should get some sap boiling, and hopefully we'll have enough that we can boil down in our evaporator and get the season going.
The Hubbs family is always second-guessing the weather. Last year, the good weather came early.
We were almost not ready for it. It became such a warm spell that we probably had to hurry to get tapped. This year we were thinking we were behind the gun, and we actually are still waiting to this day. We were like 3 weeks in waiting. Last year, by February 28th, we had logged in our logbook over 100 liters of maple syrup. And this year we have not made a drop, and it is now March 13th.
There is a certain production standard that depicts how much each tap can produce. A tree can have up to 4 taps, depending on its size. The larger the tree, the more taps it will have.
Last year we did the production standard for Ontario is to gain 1 liter of syrup out of each tap hole. And we did that. That was the first year in 25, 26 years that we have actually attained that high standard for maple syrup production. So we made about 1,000 liters of syrup last year.
Maple syrup has many uses. In some cases, it's even an ingredient. There can be maple syrup made caramel, butter, mustard, peanut brittle, and even salad dressing.
Because a lot of people just think that maple syrup is just strictly for pancakes.
Exactly.
And we're trying to get them out of that form, to say expand your horizons a little bit and extend it into other recipes. It's surprising what you can do with maple syrup.
This year's weather has postponed the maple syrup industry. But for other businesses, this weather could be just right. Many people love to snowboard and ski as a hobby, and consistent cold temperatures ensure the snow doesn't melt.
The more snow the better, and the longer you can get the season going. Last year we had half as much with half as many runs open. This way we've got more runs and more room for the people to go.
For Ottawa, snow is necessary. Winter activities usually end beginning in March because of the rising temperatures. Most of the original snow is gone and everything starts turning to slush.
The weather is a lot like, in skiing, it's a lot like the farming. Lousy weather, it's lousy business. If the temperature's not right, the conditions aren't there for making snow if Mother Nature doesn't supply some, and until the last couple of weeks we basically had to make all our own snow enough so that we can go skiing.
All agricultural businesses rely on weather, as well as vineyards. A harsh winter can tear a vineyard apart. It can cause a lot of damage and strip the vines of all its buds. Grapevines aren't very tall and just peek up out of the snow. Snow is great for vineyard businesses.
I love snow. The more the better. Yeah, snow is a great insulator. It protects the lower buds, so even using a real harsh winter, you could have a lot of upper damage, but everything below the snow line can survive, and you'll bring those canes up and train and start your vineyard.
The weather is always slightly different wherever you go. In the Toronto Star, it was said by Niagara Falls that Prince Edward County is having the worst season ever.
They are exaggerating it. It's, I got on the phone to some people in the Niagara region after that Toronto Star article came out and chastised them about it. Like, they cannot comment what's going on down here. You know, you can comment on Niagara. We'll comment on what's happening over in this part of the world. Bad news always sells. We've done bud counts. We got pretty well the same bud survival the Niagara region has. And to say that we're wiped out is just completely erroneous. That does tick me off.
For people who want to start a vineyard, there is one huge condition that needs to be looked at.
That's the main criteria we tell anyone who's looking for land down here. You know, we get them all the time, people who are excited, they've got no experience. On this great parcel of land, right in the middle of the county. Well, did you check the weather? You put up data loggers to record weather conditions. Well, no, but it looks really good. Weather's your main criteria. Soil's second. You know, if every year the winter keeps wiping out your vineyard, you get the best soil in the world, but you can't grow the damn vines.
The vineyard business never rests. There's always something to do.
The challenge, it's a whole new wine growing region. You've got challenges, everything from labor issues to different soil conditions. Like these grapes, these vines have never been grown any place in Ontario like what we have out here. So you've got weather, it's just one challenge after another. And even after 20 years, we'll still be challenged with new things.
Challenges are a part of life, and we overcome them every day. Weather, it's a challenge. It affects different businesses in different ways. It can never make everyone happy.